Judge here, aka Chef Big Head, of course. Welcome to the latest installment of Recipes Off the Rails. Alrighty, and welcome back to the Bloated Chef. Chef Jerome Judge here, aka Chef Big Head, of course, and on our big butcher block, a medium to mild seafood bonanza. There is 1 can store-bought tuna, 1 can of white crab meat, and then 1.5 pounds of some beautiful fresh slipper crab meat. There are some diced potatoes, little Yukons I've got diced up real small. There is a couple of leftover peppadews, couple 2-tree seasonings. We're going to microwave those potatoes till they're tender, smash everything together, and we are going to make some crab, tuna, and potato croquettes, Bloated Chef style. Now, hidden amongst that mise en place was a couple of Thai finger peppers. What we're going to do here is just basically split them and scrape those seeds out of there. We wanted a little bit of heat, but we don't want all the heat from those seeds, right? Then we're going to go ahead and slice them up, flip in the other direction, and mince them real fine, okay? And now we'll do the same process with the peppadews. We'll just cut them into ribbons and then go across that. Mince it real fine. You can mix that right together with the peppers. That's going to add a nice sweet hot flavor base to our crab mix. So there goes that can of tuna fish. Okay, next in comes, and of course, this delicious slipper crab meat, which is absolutely beautiful. It's kind of like the same consistency as a can of claw meat. Moving right along now, I'm going to go with our pepper and peppadew mix. Okay, make sure we get it all in there. There goes some green onions, which I found in the fridge, and you always can never have enough of. Now with our seasoning, there goes a teaspoon of coriander. There is lemon pepper. We're going to season that to taste. There's a tablespoon of Chinese 5-spice and a teaspoon, a half a teaspoon of granulated garlic. Right now, just simply microwave those potatoes in the water. You want them al dente. You want to be able to squeeze them and not turn them into mush, which is what these are. They're perfect. So they've been strained and dried and cooled. Now we're going to zest basically a whole lemon. It's about 3/4 of one because I had one hanging around. Of course, I always have one hanging around. And now we'll use that lemon. We'll cut it in half. The juice is still plenty good, so we will go with half of the juice of 1 lemon, at least to start. We can always taste later. Now let's get that all mixed up. We've got to see how moist our mixture is before we start to add our binder, which is represented by those 2 eggs right there. And we'll get that mixed up, and no, you're not hearing things. My 3 cats are going nuts with all the tuna and crab juice in the air. So we'll start with our binder. Now there goes 1 whole egg, and now we'll take 1 egg white. We'll hang off on the yolk. We'll wait on that yolk. We may need it later, but for now it's 1 whole egg and 1 egg white. That'll go in to help us bind the mixture. All right, as we gently mix that together, trying not to beat it up too much. Not much you're going to be able to do, really, but let's work on our dry binder. There is about 2 cups of panko breadcrumbs. And in my Roboku, I have a couple of odds and ends snacks, one that may rhyme with jingles and one that may rhyme with biscuits. So we'll pulverize those into a meal. And now we'll add a heaping teaspoon of cornstarch to that. That will allow the crumbs to really bind to the egg wash. Moving forward, we'll mix those 2 crumbs together as Seamus is stalking me like a cat that smells a dead animal. Okay, now crumbs are done, mixture's done. It goes about an 8-ounce measure. We're going to go about 1.5 cups to start with the breadcrumbs. Add those in and we'll test the consistency, okay? Never put in too much. And as we mix that around, here's a little Bloated Chef Savvy secret. Take a little bit of that reserved squeeze juice that we had from the crab meat. All 3, actually, tuna and both crabs, produce quite a bit of flavored liquid. You can actually hear it That's how moist you want your cakes to be. All right, and now we'll go about forming just a couple of small croquettes. See what they'll look like. We'll do a couple of testers, because this mix is for a big Labor Day party anyways. All right, moving along to our dry, wet, dry breading. There goes, half and half cornstarch and tapioca starch. You could use potato starch. You could use rice flour. All right, so I've seasoned that up a little bit with salt and pepper. Dropped a little hot sauce in with our liquid eggs. And we've got the flavored breadcrumbs. Now let's dust our croquettes. That cornstarch and tapioca mixture will really help those eggs to cling, which will then help the crumbs to cling to the eggs. So, I don't know why. Don't ask me. Ask the scientists. It's all science, baby. And we transfer those into our breadcrumb bowl. Give them a nice toss. Make sure they're fully coated, which they are. Oh, these are going to be crisp. Mark my words. Now, let's say we finish these off into preheated 325 degree oil. Roll them around a little bit. I'm shallow frying these for the most part, but you can deep fry them if you want. But just keep them moving. Make sure they're completely fried and crispy all the way around. A little bit longer at 325 leaves a really, really nice crisp exterior, but a fully heated interior as well. And these are, crispy. You can taste that Chinese 5-spice. You get a little bit of that heat. Yeah, these are going to be good. Labor Day party here at the 5979 Hood is going to be rockin'. All right, ladies and genitals, thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor, please don't forget to click on that big subscribe button. Slap down on that like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. And maybe even share with your friends. Thanks so much.